Everybody, welcome back to Auto Scholar with Mr. B. I'm Mr. B, and today we have this 2018 Volkswagen Beetle in our shop today, and we were replacing the left side or passenger side CV axle. On this vehicle here, the boot has become separated. It lost the clamp on the boot, and the grease has drained out of the outer CV axle CV joint. So what we're going to do is we're going to replace the entire axle here. It's just kind of, sometimes it's cheaper to replace the whole axle versus the whole joint. So we got our CV axle off of Amazon. The customer brought it to me and we're going to replace it today. So the first thing you need to do is get the vehicle off the ground and get the wheel off on whatever side axle you are changing. Now we are changing the left side, but if you have the right side axle, it's basically the same procedure. It's just a shorter axle. There's really nothing else different to do from left and right side. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so here we have the brake rotor, and then we have this axle bolt right here that we need to get off. This is a 24 millimeter 12-point bolt. I'm gonna put my impact on here. This bolt is normally replaced when we put the new one back in. So we're gonna pull this out. Impacts are great. This is my Milwaukee impact. I'll put the link down in the comments. It's a really good impact. And we have 3 bolts down here. They're 16 millimeters that we're taking off of the ball joint. So this is underneath the car. We have these 3 bolts right here that are sticking through that have nuts on them. They're 16 millimeter. We need to go ahead and just take the impact and go ahead and get those removed. Next, we have the tie rod here. Sometimes you can get away without having to remove this. I'm just gonna go ahead and pop this tie rod loose. So what we're gonna do is, this is a 19 millimeter. We're gonna go ahead and take this off. We're gonna strike this area with a hammer to jar this loose. So we can go ahead and just get this pushed all the way out, and the axle right here separated from this wheel hub. So you see right here, this is where the boot has lost the clamp somewhere, and the grease has, through centrifugal force, has came out of this, and now it's starting to make noise on the outside when the customer turns. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and take this off right here. These right here will come up. We'll take a pry bar and pry down on this. That way we can free these bolts, and all this will kind of just slide out of the way, and we can go ahead and remove the axle. So I've got this nut loose, and now I'm just gonna thread it back on there loosely. That's just to protect the threads in case I get a little crazy with the hammer. So I've got this hammer here, and I'm gonna strike this. There you go. You got this loose. And that's going to give me enough room to move everything out of the way. So now that I got all the bolts out, I need to just drop this lower control down enough to where I can get it free of these bolts. So I'm going to take my pry bar here and they've got a little hole in here, and I'm gonna pull this down to free this out, and hopefully the axle will push out. If it doesn't, what you'll have to do, you want to screw this bolt that we took out in a little bit, just 4 or 5 turns. Pull this out, get it free, and just whack the hammer a little bit on it, and it should free that axle up to where it will come out. Sometimes this is difficult to do by yourself. If you have somebody with you, you can have them pull down while you free everything. like so. May have to give it a little push out there, and we are now free of the spindle. Now we just have to free it from the transmission. So this is the part where we need to be very careful. Right in here is where the CV axle goes into the transmission. And what you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to wedge something in between the transmission and the CV axle to pop this loose. The problem is the CV axle material is much harder than what the transmission's made out of. So we have to be extremely careful. There is a supported ridge right here in the transmission that's a little beefier than over here. So you have a couple different ways to do this with special tools, or you can get, I have used chisels. Get a pretty wide chisel in here and you want to wedge it in there, and that will pop this axle loose. There is also a special tool that I normally use on these, and I'll put a link in here in the description, and this is going to go in between here, and it's going to kind of wedge in there and remove that axle. They also make slide hammer attachments for this to use a slide hammer. If you use a slide hammer, it's much easier on the other side than this side because you have all of the subframe and suspension getting in the way. But let's try this and see what happens. So I'm going to lay this right here. If it feels like you're going to break something, you probably are going to break something, so be careful. Just like that, no harm, no foul. Then you can slide the axle out. Still gonna be a little tight. Then we'll be working this axle out through where the spindle is. So here are our CV axles here. Notice that this is the factory axle here. It is a hollow shaft axle. We're going with a solid shaft axle. I've never really seen these hollow ones unless you get them from Volkswagen aftermarket. But make sure, even if your axles look a little different, make sure that the splines are the same. These appear to be, and make sure they're the same length. And so we're gonna go ahead and go back with this. I'm gonna slide this into the transmission, and then we're gonna just jar this back into the transmission until that little circlip right here snaps back into place. So going back with the CV axle, what I do is I screw the old nut into the new CV axle, and I hit this with a hammer. And what it does is it will drive this axle back into the housing, and you need to make sure that it has the same gap that the other axle did. Just make sure to be very careful. There is a seal there. You do not want to lip that seal and tear that seal. So torque specifications, let's talk about them. Right here, our center bolt right here is going to be 200 Newton meters plus 180 degrees. So this is a torque to yield bolt. So what I normally do is I tighten it up as much as I can by hand. I'll put the car down with the wheel on it, put the car in park, maybe have somebody hold the brake, and then I'll torque this down with the weight of the vehicle on it. You do not want to put the vehicle down without some type of tension on this, though, because you can separate the wheel bearing back there. So we have our 3 bolts underneath here. We're going to be 40 Newton meters plus 45 degrees. And Volkswagen does recommend that you change these out to brand new ones. And then for our tie rod, it's just 100 foot-pounds on that. And of course, the bolts for the wheel are going to torque down to 140 Newton meters here. So after that, you want to go ahead and test drive the vehicle and make sure everything's okay with it. Make sure that you don't have any traction lights on or anything else. And when I'm putting these bolts back in here on the bottom, I'm gonna make sure that they go exactly where they came from. And there should be witness marks here from the nut heads on there. So you need to line it up, because if you move that alignment, anything at all, that's going to affect your camber, and you're going to have to get in alignment. So you want to put everything back exactly like it came. After that, you should be good to go. And I hope you enjoyed this. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comments and I'll try to get to them. I do have a lot of videos and I'm pretty busy, but I try to get all my comments. And if you like this video, of course, like the video and subscribe to the channel for more stuff on Volkswagens. I have plenty of Volkswagen content. So let me know what you'd like to see. We'll see you next time on Auto Scholar with Mr. B.